YouTube, it's Kathy. If you watched my video from yesterday, you know that I was planning to see the Dark Tower movie this week, and even though I knew that I would like the books better than the movie, I was really looking forward to seeing what they were doing with the movie. So I'm here to tell you if the movie is worth your time. It's not. So you can imagine how heartbroken I was, little me with my Dark Tower t-shirt going to see this movie based on this book series that I really love, and oh god, there were so many things wrong. Now if you haven't read any of the Dark Tower books and you wanted to go see this movie, this will be your usual white kid has some form of powers, finds out he has them, travels to a different world, and there's magic and there's somebody that's evil and we have to try to kill him. Sure, that's a plotline that has worked for many different things, but you know what it's not for? The Dark Tower series. If you've seen this movie, you might think that Jake Chambers is the protagonist of the Dark Tower series. No, he's not. In fact, if you've even just looked at the first book in the series, you would know that the gunslinger, Roland, is the protagonist of this series. But you wouldn't know it from watching this movie. Here's the thing, I tried to stay spoiler-free going into this movie, so going into this movie, I literally knew two things about it. One, Idris Elba was playing Roland. Two, Matthew McConaughey was playing the Man in Black. It's literally all I knew. And you know what? I was actually super freaking excited about Idris Elba. I mean, they cast the main character of this huge sci-fi series with a person of color. That's freaking... Oh, wait, yeah, no, they made him a side character in his own freaking... Ugh. At this point, I'm pretty much of the mind that if you're going to make something, you should make it properly and not half-ass it, which is exactly what this movie did. This movie followed some of the structure of the gunslinger, but from Jake's perspective, which, okay, fair enough, but it also completely messed with a bunch of it. It had aspects of Wolves of Calla in it for some ungodly reason, as well as aspects of Wizard of Glass, again for no ungodly reason. And it really just got to the point where it was only fun to watch it and pick up on little Stephen King references, like the Outlook Hotel being in a random photo that you get a close-up of in the therapist office, and one of the portals being 1408. At least a quarter of the way into the movie, they said the opening line to the first book, which, okay, that was kind of nice, I guess, but, like, if you could just make the books about the actual protagonist. So yeah, I'm pretty annoyed. I hope they're not making any more of these, because they screwed this one up so abominably. At this point, they'd have to use some because of magic if they wanted to continue the series, which just really hope they don't. And I can only assume, based on the fact that they titled this The Dark Tower and not The Gunslinger, that they don't plan on making any more of them, and if they do, I will not be watching them. At least I will not be paying to watch them. If somebody wants to give them to me for free and then have me rant at them, then maybe, I guess. I might have better things to do with my time that day. My plan after this is to pretend that this movie just never happened. Nope. Don't know what you're talking about. I heard for years that they were going to make a movie, but it just never came to fruition. Shit happens. So my question for you is, have you ever seen a book-to-movie adaptation that was so wrong and made you so angry? And what was it, and why? Let me know down in the comments below, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.